So James Westmoreland still 7 seconds clear from Russell Gardner. This lap and one more, Westy, and you got it in the bag. So the motorcycle racer proving he's faster than the swimmer. Who's the swimmer? Russell Gardner. Have you not seen many budgie smugglers on Facebook? Don't laugh, Russ. Concentrate. Well done. Well, James Westmoreland takes that one. Give him a round of applause. Wins the F final from Russell Gardner. And Craig Render in third. Thanks, everyone, for the round of applause. Cheers, Johnny. One thing, we've got 110 people here today. We'll keep building it up. A final vintage coming up now.
Special shout out for Charlie. Charlie Simmons.
I've already given him a shout out because he lapped the field. One thing though, Johnny, he said, have you lapped the field today? Not yet. So line up on the grid, please. A final vintage, Mitch Fidlin onto pole position. Where's Mitch? Is he in the pits? Oh, he's just getting the 9th car ready, I think. So Mitch Fidlin on pole, Lee Broadhurst, number 2. Wayne Ash 3, Rick Greenwood 4, Andy Bulmer 5, Brett Stansfield 6, Richard Isherwood 7, Dan Pratt 8, and Kenny Morris number 9. Okay, marshals are ready for you. Grid is ready. Good luck, drivers. Put into 10 seconds. Here we go. So Mitch Fidlin leads them off. Pretty much sat out round 1 and 2 of qualifying, but came alive, TQ'd round number 3. Only needed the 1 as we're on TQ time today. And it put him on pole position to lead round this A final vintage. And he's got a massive lead already. 3.5 seconds over Lee Broadhurst. It's like Andy Bulmer's had a mistake, so it's Wayne Ash going to go to the 3 spot. So Mitch Fidlin, Lee Broadhurst, Wayne Ash, Rick Greenwood. Richard Isherwood running in 5th. So we'll keep an eye on him. Mitch Fidlin, 4 seconds clear at the sharp end over Lee Broadhurst. These guys done some vintage events here at MB Raceway. They're looking to do some more, so they're getting some good track time. Someone's lost a body shell. I need that putting back on that car, please. Don't keep driving around end of the straight. The body shell, please. Cheers, Glenn. Just need it on for safety reasons for Marshall's fingers. So after this, we move back to the E-Final, two-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive E-Final on next. Mitch Fidlin now into the 14-second lap times. Everyone else in the 15s and 16s. Mitch leads by 5 seconds over Lee Broadhurst at the sharp end. Wayne Ash still 3rd. Rick Greenwood 4th. Andy Bulmer now recovering up to 5th. Only 2 minutes gone, so 3 minutes remaining of this A-Final vintage. The leaders working their way through the traffic. Let him through when they're lapping your drivers. You all know what to do. Mitch Fidlin down the straight he goes. He's extended the lead over Lee Broadhurst. It's up to 8 seconds now. And Wayne Ash within 1 second of Lee Broadhurst. So that's the race on for the 2 and the 3 spot. Wayne's having a couple of bobbles on this lap, but still 2 minutes to go. Lee Broadhurst down the straight. Here comes Wayne Ash. So 1 minute 50 remaining. Mitch Fidlin 10 seconds clear at the sharp end. Lee Broadhurst race on with Wayne Ash. Wayne just a second and a half behind. Into the centre of the track go second and third. Here comes Lee Broadhurst coming towards race control. Wayne Ash right in his wheel tracks behind him. Their gap's 1 second now between second and third. 1.5 minutes remaining. Can't Wayne Ash do anything about Lee Broadhurst ahead of him? Back marker just rolling out of the way. And the gap maintained at 1 second between these two. 1.1. Broadhurst extends it by a tenth. Wayne Ash absolutely pushing on. Oh, and he's over. That brings a smile to Lee Broadhurst. And here comes Mitch Fidlin. He's that fast. He's already lapping third place, man. So got some breathing space now for Lee Broadhurst in the 2 spot. Mitch Fidlin, 50 seconds to go. Can he lap the entire field? Lee Broadhurst says no way. 40 seconds to go. Mitch Fidlin absolutely on it. Down the straight, so length of the straight now. Between Mitch lapping the entire field. 25 seconds to go. Mitch Fidlin, Lee Broadhurst and Wayne Ash still your top 3 in this one. So going to go around to start the final lap. I'm not sure if Mitch will get through, might get caught on the line. Mitch Fidlin, you are done. Well done, Mitch. You win the A final. Give him a round of applause. Lee Broadhurst will be second. There he goes. Wayne Ash is your top 3. Well done, drivers. So Mitch Fidlin, 20,300.2. So we move back to 2-wheel drive now with the E final next up. So we get the cars to the grid, please. Paul Warren on pole position for the E final. Aidan Brook on 2. James Seabright 3. Ross O'Connell 4. Jonathan Holden 5. Taylor Lindsay 6. Andrew Whelan 7. Kenan Miller 8. Darrell Anderson 9. And Sean Wedley in 10th. And Mitch is required already. Cheers, Mitch. Okay, grid is ready. All drivers at the ready. And marshals, good luck. Pointing to 10 seconds for the E final, leg number 1. Oh, marshals needed on this opening lap. We'll check them as they go this time. So Paul Warren, poleman, got away clean. Kenan Miller from the 8th spot all the way up to 2nd. Aidan Brooks 3rd. Sean Wedley 10th all the way up to 4th. So 1 minute 15 gone. Paul Warren, your leader from Ken and Miller. Jonathan Holden is your top three. Race 7, get ready. D final for the two-wheel drive. And a mistake from the leader, so Ken and Miller, car number 8 now into the lead. Oh, incoming. I think that might be a race leader having a terrible lap there. Certainly was. So it's Jonathan Holden now takes this one up from Aidan Brook and Paul Warren is your top three. Kennan down to 4. Sean running in 5th. Only halfway through, drivers. So leader goes through down the straight. He's got a 2-second lead over Aidan Brook. And Paul Warren a couple of seconds further back. Kennan Miller running 4. Taylor Lindsay running 5. So Jonathan leads at the sharp end. 4 seconds clear. Still Aidan Brook and Paul Warren there, second and third. Marshals, remember, watch your area, not the race, please. Keep an eye on the centre of the track where you're marshalling. 1.5 minutes to go. Still 4.5 second lead for Jonathan at the sharp end. So 1 minute to go. The all-orange car down the straight is your race leader. 5 seconds clear now from Aidan Brook. And it's Paul Warren back to the 2 spot now. Aidan down to 3rd. So everyone crashing around you. Jonathan Holden, you are 10 seconds clear now. So you've got to keep it rubber side down. 45 seconds to go. There he comes onto the main straight now. All orange car. .20 seconds to go. Jonathan, the leader, lapped everybody up until second place so far. So D final, be ready. You're on next. So he comes to cross the line. Give a round of applause. Jonathan Holden, you win the E-final. Paul Warren second. And Kennan Miller still waiting to finish. You'll be third. Thank you, drivers. So, D final, onto the grid, please. Callum Trethwather on pole position. Finn Merriweather on the 2 spot. Oliver Whittleston 3. Craig Russell 4. Jeremy Bland 5. Tim Terry 6. Michael Finchetti 7. Cash Khan 8th. Peter Foster 9th. And Kieran Peace on 10. Someone's already on the lid. Cal Marshall's changed over. We've got someone on. Are you Marshall on point 3? Sean Wedley, point 10. Can you do 3 for us, Sean, please? Thank you. Okay, your driver's ready. Putting 10 seconds. Good luck. This is your D final. So 1 minute gone. Oliver Whittleston, car 3, leader from Craig Russell. Jeremy Bland running 3rd. Callum Trevorth a 4th. Cash Khan 8th all the way up to 5th. So Oliver Whittleston 1 second clear from Craig Russell. In the middle of the track. They come. And onto the straight comes the leaders. 1 second between first and second. 1.2 between second and third. So Craig Russell trying to go on attack mode to Oliver Whittleston ahead of him. The gap just 0.8 of a second now. Caution on the straight. Keep inside on the straight. Now clear. So they come first and second. Oh, Craig Russell just getting too tight there on the inside. Managed to just about hold on to second. Great marshal in there. But Oliver Whittleston got a huge lead now. Can Craig Russell do anything about Oliver's lead ahead of him? Oliver goes through. We'll check the gap as they come through this time. It's 4.5 seconds. So Craig Russell just got to get the hammer down now. Oliver Whittleston got to keep it rubber side down out front. Here comes Oliver onto the main straight, halfway through. Oh, and Craig Russell got the gap down to 2.8. Oliver's had a mistake, so Craig Russell absolutely on it this time. Here comes Oliver, goes through. Craig Russell, the gap is 0.9 of a second. So it was a 4.5 second lead. It's now less than 1 second. We know Craig Russell, he'll be a win it or a bin it man. Nothing in between. 1 second the lead for Oliver Whittleston towards the driver's stand to go. I was going to say up and down the tabletop, but not quite by cutting the corner as everybody does. On to the straight once again. The gap comes down to 0.6 of a second. Craig Russell is on a charge. 1 minute 40 remaining. They both had a mistake. They both caught the corner. So the gap's pretty much going to maintain. And it's 0.8 of a second, the gap. Oh, back marker. Well done. Just about keeping out of the way. Both just about got through. Oh, the leader's had a mistake. Craig Russell's on top of him. Oh, look at this. It's carnage. Keep it tidy. First, second and third. Oh, third's had a mistake. Oliver's had a mistake. So Craig Russell absolutely getting this one handed to him. 1 minute to go. Craig Russell, Oliver Whittleston, Callum Trevworth back up to the 3 spot. Cash Khan still running 4th. Craig Russell down the straight. Oliver's not giving it up yet. 1 second the gap. Oliver's going to give Craig Russell a taste of his own medicine. Oh, he's closing in the middle of the track. Craig Russell's getting the shaky legs now. Oliver's catching him down the straight. 1 second still the gap. And Callum Trevworth are right there. Oh, he's up the inside of Oliver. Oliver coming back at him over the top. What a move. Final lap to go for the leaders. He'll wait. Can't just drill him off. Craig Russell out front in this one. Race still on for 2nd and 3rd. Can Oliver... Oh, he just caught the corner. Great Martian gets him back up and running. Put your hands together. Craig Russell wins the D final. Callum Trevworth the 2nd. Oliver Whittleston is your top 3. Uri Hoodie says, well done, Craig. All the tips he gave you on the factory tour are paying dividend. Okay, well, Marshall's at the ready. Grid is set. Johnny Skidmore, no coaching on the rostrum, please. Zach, 24 laps he wants. Nothing less. Okay, good luck. C final. 10 seconds coming up. What a move. Zach Edwards listening to Johnny. Oh, almost throwing it away. Back to the 2 spot. Oh, it's coming through again. As Skidmore would be saying, take no prisoners out there. So it's Simon Farrow from Zach Edwards. Not anymore. Careful on the straight. Keep outside. Outside on the straight. Now clear. So Zach Edwards down the straight. He leads them round. From Ian Barnard. So Barnard, now it's 3:30 in the afternoon, finally waking up. And he's up from 8th on the grid up to 2nd. Adrian Smith 3rd, Neil Lewis up to the 4 spot. So Zach Edwards leads him round. Down the straight he goes. Here comes Barnard chasing him down. 1.1. Here's the gap between 1st and 2nd. Then Adrian Smith just 4/10 clear of Neil Lewis, giving chase in the centre of the track. So Zach Edwards, 2 seconds clear, starting to pull away now from Ian Barnard. Can Barnard go with him? Zach Edwards, has he got the earpiece in? Is he getting the commentary and the help from Johnny Skidmore in his ear? More gas, Zach. Zach leads by 2 seconds from Barnard. Coming through the traffic, back markers, all yellow car on the straight is your leader. When you see the flying yellow car behind you, that is the leader. That is Zach Edwards. Coming through, carving his way through the back markers. Oh, he's over. Marshall will be on it. And here comes Barnard. Just gives him a little touch as he goes past. Ian Barnard is the leader now. Zach Edwards right behind him. Only halfway through, so plenty of time remaining for these two. Keep inside onto the straight. Inside onto the straight. Now clear. Both Barnard and Zach was over there. Not sure what happened when I was watching on the straight. But Zach back to the point. Ian Barnard still got 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining to come back at Zach. Zach was on two wheels in the middle of the track there, pushing on. Back marker, be aware. Second place coming through. Thank you. So 0.8 of a second, the gap. Zach Edwards over Ian Barnard. Reese Twetwartha from 10th. He's up to 3rd. So Reese, the red machine there, in 3rd place. Biding his time. Any mistakes from the leaders and he'll be right with them. 1 second, the gap. Oh, Barnard's over. So Zach Edwards onto the straight now, your leader. Reese from 10th, he's going to be up to the 2 spot. And Zach has got a 5 second cushion. So Zach, you are leading by 5 seconds from Reese. Ian Barnard 3rd, Adrian Smith 4th, Andy Brook 5, Neil Lewis 6. 1 minute 20 seconds remaining. Drives for the B final. Almost made it, drivers. Get yourselves ready. Reese is over. Barnard back to the 2 spot. Reese is down to 3rd. So Zach Edwards, you have got an 8 second lead, Zach. Down the straight he goes. All yellow car still carving his way through the traffic into the middle. Back marker rolls out of his way. Oh, Zach just catches a pipe but gets away with it. 45 seconds to go. Zach Edwards had the pro tips from Johnny Skidmore. He's going to buy Johnny a can of pop after this one, I'm sure. And he might even give us half a smile at one point. 30 seconds to go. Full concentration mode for Zach. Coming through the traffic. He's got the Skidmore line up and down that tabletop now. 15 seconds, so this lap. Oh, one more for the leader. Zach is 9 seconds clear. This will be the final lap. Might just get through, Zach, for one more. Yeah, keep going. You're on your victory lap now. No one else is getting through. So Zach Edwards, you can have a sigh of relief. Brilliant drive. He's going to bring it home. And everyone's going to give him a big cheer because he's going to win the C final by 10 seconds. Go on, Zach. Give it to Johnny. Fist pump. Jump in the air. Smile. Hey! That's only because it's Christmas he gave me a smile. The good news, Zach, that's the win. The bad news, still one more leg to come. So, B final. Next up, please. Phil Carrick onto pole position. Oh, Zach's rushing back for his high vis. Doesn't want to get a penalty. Paul Griggs on 2nd. Sam Cahill 3rd. Colin May 4th. Brew Thompson 5. Mark Render 6. Mikey Mansell 7. Scott Scully 8. Jordan Ather 9th. And Craig Lomax is your 10. Okay, marshals are ready. Good luck, drivers. 10 seconds coming up. So here we go. Phil Carrick just missing the A final here today at MB Raceway. So if you don't make the A final or your pole, you want to win the B final. He's got a gaggle of cars right behind him, chasing him down. Regulation order for the top 4. And then Jordan Ather from 9th. He's up to 5th. Craig Lomax 10th up to 6th. So Phil Carrick brings him round onto the straight. 1 second clear from Paul Griggs. And Colin May trading positions with Sam Cahill, 3rd and 4th. And it's Jordan Ather, car 9 now up to the 3 spot. So Phil Carrick, Paul Griggs, Jordan Ather, your top 3. And Jordan lapping faster than the lead 2 ahead of him. So car 9, quickest car out there. 1st and 2nd coming onto the straight now. So the yellow and green machine coming onto the straight, just gets away with clipping that corner. Lucky it was on a flexible pipe, otherwise he'd have been stuck. Phil Carrick dicing with death there on the pipe. Paul Griggs still 2nd, Jordan after the 3rd, but he's closing in on the lead 2 ahead of him. 1.6 second lead for Phil Carrick out front. And then a 2.5 between 2nd and 3rd. Keep it tidy, drivers. Phil Carrick, Paul Griggs, Sam Cahill, Jordan Ather back to the 4th spot after a little bobble there. So a leader in the middle of the track. Green and yellow car, yellow wheels. Here he comes onto the straight. Paul Griggs just 1 second further back. Mikey Mansell, be careful. That's fine. You've let him through. That was 2nd place, bearing down on you. So 1 second the gap, no one between them. Can Paul Griggs do anything about Phil Carrick ahead of him? 2 cars in the centre track running 1st and 2nd. Yellow and green car, followed by the purple, yellow and orange. Down the straight they go. 0.7 of a second the gap. Paul Griggs just about getting it stopped at the end of the straight. 2 minutes to go, drivers. A final 2-wheel drive. Get ready. You guys are up next. So Philip Carrick still holding on to the lead from Paul Griggs. 0.7 of a second is the gap, the closest it's been all race. 1.5 minutes to go. Phil Carrick holding on to the lead. Back markers keeping out of the way. Great driving. Here comes Paul Griggs onto the straight. The gap just 0.2 of a second. You don't need me to tell you the gap. You can see it yourself. These 2 in the middle of the track now. 1 minute 15 remaining. Onto the straight they come. 1st and 2nd. 0.5 second the gap. Phil Carrick pulls out another 0.3, but Griggsy not let him get away. Back markers, be aware, keep out of the way, don't be a factor. Leaders coming through, 1st and 2nd. Oh, he's just get caught up on the wing. Nothing he could have done about that. Unfortunate for Paul Griggs. See if he can close that gap to Phil Carrick. Still leading this one. Marshall in the middle. No, it's not needed. So Phil Carrick got a 3-second lead with 35 seconds to go. Just got to keep it rubber side down, Phil. No mistakes. Down the straight he goes. 25 seconds remaining. Paul Griggs got the gap maintaining at 3 seconds. It's only leg 1, still 1 more leg to come later on today. So the lead is on the final lap now. Keep going. Well done, Phil Carrick. Give him a round of applause. You win the B final. Flag to flag. Paul Griggs will be 2nd. Sam Cahill is your top 3. Well done, drivers. So 2-wheel drive A final coming up next. So Johnny Skidmore lining up there on pole position. Brother William Skidmore will be on the 2 spot. Charlie Ware in 3. Ben Simpson 4. Harley Eldridge 5. Ewan Tumulty 6. Ben Stevenson 7. Isaac McFadden 8. Seth Chilito 9. And Chris Foster is your top 10 here today in 2-wheel drive. So he's getting the grid sorted out. All marshals are ready. Okay, good luck drivers. 2-wheel drive A final, leg number 1. Here we go. So off and away for leg 1 of the 2-wheel drive A final, led off by the Skidmore brothers. Johnny Skidmore on pole, Will Skidmore on the 2 spot. Brilliant tidy start as we'd expect from the A finalists. Very fast down the straight. So Johnny Skidmore being pursued by his brother Will Skidmore. Charlie Ware. Ben Simpson right there. And Harley Eldridge in the 5 spot. So very little, as you can see, at the sharp end. Johnny Skidmore full defensive mode, making that X-ray car as wide as he can. Keeping his brother behind him. Will Skidmore's got a very fast Charlie Ware and Ben Simpson right behind him. No team orders or anything in this. Johnny Skidmore just starting to stretch his legs now to a 1-second lead over Will Skidmore. Charlie Ware, the all-white car, right there behind him. With the Schumacher. Then comes Ben Simpson with the Yokomo. And Harley Eldridge with another X-ray. So Johnny Skidmore just pulling out a little bit. Will Skidmore being rear gunner there, is he? No, Charlie Ware's through now to the 2 spot. Will Skidmore back to 3. Ben Simpson looking for a move there. In 4th, doesn't quite get the verdict. And it's all closing up now at the sharp end. Mistake from Johnny Skidmore puts Charlie Ware right on his rear gearbox. So it's the all-orange car from the all-white car. And Will Skidmore running 3rd. Ben Simpson 4th. Harley Eldridge just trying to hang on to these in 5th. And you see nothing in it between Johnny Skidmore and Charlie Ware. 0.2 of a second the gap. Oh, Charlie's over onto his lid. Going to cost him time. So it's Johnny Skidmore from Ben Simpson now. And then Will Skidmore. So Ben Simpson right there in a Skidmore sandwich. Harley Eldridge 4th. Seth Chilito now up to 5. So Johnny Skidmore leading around back markers. Keep out of the way, please. Ben Simpson all over the back of Johnny. And Will Skidmore, oh, he thought about sending it up the inside. Halfway through. So you've still got 2.5 minutes to go. Ben Simpson looking left, looking right, every way he can. Johnny Skidmore shuts the door. Down the straight they go. 1st, 2nd and 3rd. 0.7 of a second cover at all 3 cars. Harley Eldridge with a yellow car not too far behind. In 4th. And it's Ben Stevenson now up to 5th. Oh, Ben Simpson, what a move around the outside of Johnny Skidmore. What a manoeuvre. Ben Simpson, Johnny Skidmore, Will Skidmore, and here comes Harley Eldridge. Length of straight covering the top 4 cars. What an A final this is. 1 minute 40 seconds remaining. Can Johnny Skidmore do anything about Ben Simpson ahead of him? Oh, he thought about it up the inside. Keep it tidy, drivers. Johnny is going on full attack mode to Ben Simpson, but he's got to watch out because his brother is right there with him. Oh, Will was almost up the inside. And Harley Eldridge is there for picking up any pieces. What a drive, Ben Simpson. 1 minute 15 to go. Green and orange car coming around onto the straight. Here comes Johnny Skidmore, the all-orange machine. 0.6 of a second, the lead for Ben Simpson. Back marker's doing a great job keeping out of the way. Last time through, 13.2 for both of them. 13.2 for Ben, 13.3 for Johnny. So Ben Simpson pulls the gap up to 0.7 now. 45 seconds to go. Remember, this is only leg number one. Still one more leg to come today. Ben Simpson driving nicely. Back marker, keep out of the way, please. The leaders are right on you. Thank you. Great driving. Third place not too far behind also. Thank you. Down the straight they go. 30 seconds to go. Johnny Skidmore's not giving up on this one. Couple more laps to go. Ben Simpson into the middle of the track. Great driving. Here comes Johnny Skidmore. Has he got one move left in him? 15 seconds to go. It could be this lap and one more to go. They're going to just scrape one more lap. Down the straight for the final time in this A-final leg one. Can Johnny Skidmore do anything about Ben Simpson ahead of him? Oh, he's almost pushing him through the corner. Oh, Johnny's up the inside. Will Skidmore going to go through to the 2. Ben's going to finish 3rd. What a finish. So, put your hands together. What a race. Johnny Skidmore from Will Skidmore from Ben Simpson. So line up on the grid, please, for the B final. 4-wheel drive. Rob Eastham on pole. James Gibbs 2nd. Adam Lee 3rd. Sean Lawton 4th. Rob Tyers 5. James Cousins 6th. Jim Sykes 7th. And Alfie Miller in 8th. Okay, griddy's ready. Marshals it ready, please. This is the B final. 10 seconds coming up, drivers. Oh, got someone coming on late. So Rob Eastham, poleman, leads them round from James Gibbs. Rob Tyers now to the 2 spot. Adam Lee 3rd. James Cousin 4. James Gibb 5. Two minutes down, 3 to go. A final four-wheel drive. Get ready. You're up next. One minute to go. Rob Easton from Sean Gibbs. Sorry, James Gibbs and Sean Lawton, your top three. Just waiting for Alfie. There he goes. Race over. Thank you. Are we all right? Oh, you want your car? Normally help, wouldn't it? No, just on VAR. So a final four-wheel drive grid being readied. Pole position is Johnny Skidmore. Number 2, Chris Foster. 3, Lee Stokes. 4th, Mitch Fidlin. 5, Phil Campbell. 6, Mark Christopher. 7th, Alan Cuthbertson. 8th, Tom Russell. 9th, Paul Wadman. And 10th, Steve Kirk. Okay, good luck, drivers. 20 to 10 seconds. A final four-wheel drive. Leg number 1. So off we go. Johnny Skidmore leads them off. Just won leg number 1 of the two-wheel drive. Now he wants to do the double and win the four-wheel drive. Leg 1 also. Still leg 2 to come, so anything can still happen. So Johnny Skidmore, Chris Foster, Lee Stokes, your top 3. Oh, slight bobble there from Johnny Skidmore. But he's got a 2.5 second cushion over Chris Foster. There comes Lee Stokes and Tom Russell, 8th all the way up to 4th. So Tom Russell been taking some tips from Craig Russell. And he's after Lee Stokes ahead of him. So Johnny Skidmore, 8 seconds clear. Marsh in the middle, please. Johnny had huge amounts of pressure in two-wheel drive. He's got it all his own way in four-wheel so far. Oh, someone's broke in the middle. Leave that car. I don't think it's going anywhere. 1 minute, 50 seconds to go. Marsh in the middle, please. To your right. Good reaction. 1 minute, 45 to go. Rounding down the first round of finals. Johnny Skidmore coming through the traffic. He's putting a lap on the entire field, is Johnny, in this one. Keep it tidy behind. And Johnny Skidmore has lapped the entire field now in this four-wheel drive A final. But 4 minutes 50, Johnny can park it if he wants to. But he's not going to do that. 1 minute to go. Johnny Skidmore has lapped the entire field twice, apart from Tom Russell only once. Caution on the straight. Now clear. So Johnny Skidmore hot lap 12.98 in this A final. And if he laps that car ahead of him, which he just does, well done Johnny, you've lapped the entire field twice in this A final. Very impressive. 25 seconds to go. Johnny Skidmore, Tom Russell, Lee Stokes, the top three. So Lee Stokes had a few mistakes, but he's still there in third position. 10 seconds to go. Johnny Skidmore starts the final victorious lap now.
Thomas Russell.
So finish as you cross the line. Careful on the straight. There's a car wide on the straight, so keep inside. Give a round of applause. Johnny Skidmore annihilates the field by 2 laps. Yep, 2 laps. Not 2 seconds, 2 entire laps. Tom Russell, what a drive, finishing second. Lee Stokes, third after leg number 1. So you've all enjoyed that. We'll do it all again. Leg number 2 coming up. So you know what to do. I-final on the grid, please. Back to race number 1. I-final leg 2 on the grid, please.
Right then, guys, so it's Rob on number 1, Carl number 2, Dean number 3, Paul number 4, Steve number 5, Rob number 6, Jack number 7, Stephen number 8, and Lincoln number 9. So, Lincoln, are you up there? Right, drivers, put you on 10 seconds. So 1 minute into this one, we have Dean leading with Rob Fotherby in second place and Rob Beresford in third place.
This is the one with the awkward name. So 2 minutes in, Rob Fotherby leading from Rob Beresford. Dean Driver, Carl Harker, Steve Mills White. Here's your top 5. So the way the finals work, your combined final positions are added together from legs 1 and 2. And the top 3 from each final will be getting some bags of chocolate for on the podium positions. And we've got a raffle prize for one person from every single final. So if you have a bad final, stick around. Raffle prizes will be drawn at the end of the day. Everyone here gets a free entry into the raffle. So 2 minutes to go. Drivers get ready for the H final. You're up next. So Battle of the Robs up front. Rob Beresford and Rob Fotherby. "35 seconds to go. Careful on the straight. Keep outside on the straight. Outside on the straight. Now clear. Behind your mark. Oh, it's coming over. So Rob Beresford winning that leg from Rob Fotherby and Carl Harker, your top 3. So work out the overalls later on. Make sure you all stick around for the prizes, all being presented at the end of the meeting today. So H final coming onto the grid. All marshals out and ready, please. Okay, all marshals at the ready then, please. This is the H final, leg number 2. Here we go. Off and away we go. Oh, almost wiping out the marshal on the first corner. So Mark Mitchell leads him round. Leg number 1. Can he do it again in leg 2? Almost got the jump start at the beginning, but we'll let him get away with it. The sensors were triggered under the carpet. Have all the modern technology here at MB Raceway. Also known as a pair of eyes. So Alec Jones to the 2 spot. Kevin Burns 8th up to 3rd. Tony Ford running 4th. And Charlie Rhodes once again 10th all the way up to 5th position is Charlie. Keep on it, Charlie. Let them crash ahead of you. Drives for the G final. Get ready. You're up next. So Mark Mitchell still leading. Alex Jones, Kevin Burns, Tony Ford, Charlie Rhodes, Paul Mello, your top 6. 2 minutes down, 3 remaining. So Mark Mitchell, 2 seconds clear at the sharp end. Just out for a Sunday drive. That's out front, doing what he needs to do. Coming through the traffic, let him through when he's lapping you, please. Black and yellow car is your race leader. Coming onto the straight once again. Mark's got a lead of 3.5 seconds. Alec Jones back to the 2 spot. One minute 45 to go. Leaders coming through the traffic. Oh, the leader's over. He had a 5-second cushion that he built up. We'll see what it is now. Down to 2.5. So 1 mistake and half the leader's gone for Mark. Alec Jones is chasing him down. Mark Mitchell just standing there nice and cool. Careful onto the straight. Keep outside on the straight. Outside on the straight. Now clear. Great marshalling. So just over 1 minute to go. Remember, top 3 from all finals will get some chocolate, and then there's a random raffle prize in every single final. Someone's lost their tyre. Someone needs to win a bottle of super glue in the raffle. .45 seconds to go. Mark leading by 9 seconds at the sharp end. Straight now clear. 30 seconds to go. 10-second lead. Mark extends it once again. So they're not going to catch him unless there's a breakage in this one. Mark Mitchell going to wrap up legs 1 and 2 with the victory. Going around to start the final lap now. Back markers, leader coming through into the middle towards the driver's stand. Thank you. He'll just sit there. He's only got to reach the line. And you're finishing now. Give a round of applause, Mark Mitchell. You win legs 1 and 2 in the H final. Well done, Mark. Charlie Rhodes gets up to 3rd in that one. Alec Jones in 2nd. So Charlie from 10th all the way to 3rd. So we'll check the overalls afterwards. See what the combined positions are. Okay, grid is ready. All marshals out, please. This is the G final. All marshals, your points, please. Marshal 2. Alec Jones, you're on marshal point 2, please. Are you there? Thank you. Okay, good luck, drivers. This is the G final. Here we go. So someone not quite getting off the grid. Everyone's now away. Mick Merriweather leads them off from pole position. And with Charlie Simmons in the last one, won by a lap from the entire field. Johnny Skidmore went and won by 2 laps in his four-wheel drive, Charlie. So that's your target, he says. Keep it tidy, drivers. You're not going to win it while you're on your lid. Mick Merriweather leads Charlie Simmons from Nick Cahill, Daniel Vowson, and Martin Thorpe, your top 5. Drivers for the F final, get ready, please. So Charlie Simmons out front once again. 2.5 second lead over Daniel Vowson now. Mick Merriweather down to 3rd. Nick Cahill 4th. Martin Thorpe 5. Jake Moxon 6. Still 4 minutes remaining, so anything can happen. Marsh in the middle, please. And again. Great job. And again, Marshall in the middle. Oh, Charlie's had a mistake. It's Daniel Vowson now, car 7 to the lead. So we'll pick him up. There goes Daniel down the straight. Mick Merriweather 1 second further back, and then Charlie Simmons another second. So 2 seconds cover the top 3. White, pink and blue car coming around towards race control now. He's your leader. Purple and yellow car is second. So it's Daniel Vowson, Mick Merriweather, Charlie Simmons, Jake Moxon from 10th up to 4th. Marshall in the middle, please. Other side of the jump. Thank you. Keeping these marshals on the toes once again. So very little in it at the sharp end. Daniel Vowson, 7/10 clear from Mick Merriweather. Charlie Simmons just 2 seconds further back. Keep it tidy, drivers. One minute 45 to go. Charlie Simmons back to the lead of this one. Daniel Vowson back to second. Mick Merriweather third. Oh, some big mistakes coming in from some cars now. Charlie Simmons still out front leading. Marsh in the middle, please. One minute to go. So Charlie Simmons extends a lead to 7 seconds now at the sharp end. Car 1, Mick Merriweather running second. Daniel Vouse running third. And Charlie's had a slight mistake, so Mick's got the gap down to 4 seconds. Keep going until you hit the line, drivers, and you will be done. Mick Merriweather, you finished second. Let's have a round of applause for your winner. Legs 1 and 2 of the G final, Charlie Simmons. I'd say he's rather pleased with that. Charlie, can we have your car for scrutineering, please? Only joking. So coming down to the start of the F final. Cars on the grid, please, drivers. So marshals, 2 points, please. Cars on the grid. Ready for the F final. Leg number 2. Okay, everyone's ready. Good luck, drivers. This is F final, leg number 2. Here we go. So here we go for leg 2 of the F final. Oh, Glenn Atherton's had a big mistake from number 2 on the grid. All changing at the sharp end. Craig Render leads him round from John Wilson. Joshua Moore, James Cousin, Russell Gardner. So after this one, we go to Vintage A final, leg number 2. Can anyone do anything to stop Mitch Fidlin taking the honours? So Craig Render, John Wilson, Joshua Moore, James Westmoreland, Andy Loddick is your top 5. Just 1 minute down, 4 to go. So I know James Westmoreland had some serious pace in this one in the last leg as he got settled into the race. See what happens in this one. Marshall in the middle. Thank you. Another Marshall in the middle. Keep it tidy, drivers. So it's over 2 minutes gone. Craig Render, Joshua Moore, Andy Loddick from 10th on the grid up to 3rd. John Wilson 4th. Westy running 5th. Halfway through, drivers. So 30 seconds ago, Craig Render still leading from Joshua Moore. James Westmoreland once again up to 3rd. John Wilson 4th. Russell Gardner 5. So Joshua Moore taking that one from Craig Render and James Westmoreland. So Vintage A final leg number 2 coming up. Mitch Fidlin on pole position. One leg number 1. Can Lee Broadhurst or anyone else stop him in this one? No. I can take a few laps off on the computer if you want. Can Mitch finish the 5 minutes once again? He's got a fast car, but will it survive? We will see. Okay, waiting on some marshals. Okay, I think everyone's just about there now. Okay, drivers. A final vintage, leg number 2. Here we go. So 1 minute quickly down. Mitch Fidlin, your leader. Lee Broadhurst right with him. So it's 6/10 of a second, the gap at the sharp end. Mitch just getting the hammer down now, starting to pull away from Lee Broadhurst. 1.3 now, the gap at the sharp end. So Mitch Fidlin coming through now. On to the straight goes your leader. Here comes Broadhurst. And the gap up to 1.8 now. So Mitch Fidlin just pulling away. 3 or 4 tenths of a second per lap. Lee Broadhurst over. Westy's on it. And the other one. Good marching, Westy. Thank you. So Mitch Fidlin going to lead probably Andy Bulmer. No, Lee Broadhurst still there in the 2 spot. Andy Bulmer 3. Brett Stansfield running 4th. Only 2 minutes down. Mitch Fidlin leads by 7.5 seconds now. So, hate to say it, Mitch, but you got to just keep going for another 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Nothing in between second. Lee Broadhurst second. Brett Stansfield third, but there's a lap between them. So 1.5 minutes to go. Lee Broadhurst, he's closing. The gap's down to 6 seconds. So he's taken a 1.5 seconds out of your lead, Mitch. Wayne Ash still running third now. Mitch Fidlin continuing to lead. 1 minute to go. The gap maintains at 6 seconds. So Mitch Fidlin going around to start his final lap now. Lee Broadhurst is also through. You're finishing as you hit the line. And there he goes. Give him a round of applause. Mitch Fidlin dominating legs 1 and 2 of the vintage. Well done, Mitch. Lee Broadhurst second. Wayne Ash is your top 3 in that leg. So moving back to 2-wheel drive. E-final, leg 2. Next on track, please. Same grid positions as you were for leg 1. Okay, E-final coming up. Remember, drivers, if you crash, do not get on the gas. Do not spin your wheels or tyres, otherwise the marshal is entitled to leave it on its roof. Don't want any marshals getting injured. So if you crash, don't get back on the throttle, please. Okay, E-final, good luck. Here we go. So Jonathan Holden, car number 5, leads them around somehow. Paul Warren, poleman, down to second. James Seabright running third. So Jonathan Holden leads by 1 second from James Seabright now to the 2 spot. Oh, Seabright on the move, and look at that. That's not a 1 second gap anymore. On to the straight they go. 0.4 of a second the gap. Paul Warren 1.5 seconds further back in third. Oh, Seabright thinking about it. But side by side. Jonathan Holden says, you're not coming through there, Mr. Seabright. Through the centre of the track, Seabright. Oh, he's up the inside. And James Seabright goes through now to the lead from Jonathan Holden. Remember, it's your 2 legs combined from your results. I'm not sure where they finished in the first leg. I think Jonathan Holden won it. Not sure where Seabright was. Oh, Seabright's over. What marshalling from Mitch Fidlin. Keeps him there in second place. Oh, Jonathan Holden retakes the lead of this one. And then Seabright nearly sticks it in the wall, I think. Great marshalling by Mitch. Comes to nothing because Seabright didn't touch the brakes at the end of the straight. Careful on the straight. Keep outside on the straight. Outside on the straight. Now clear. .45 seconds to go. Jonathan Holden still leading from James Seabright. Taylor Lindsay third. Sean Wedley fourth. Incoming. Somehow it survives. Okay, D final. All marshals are ready. Listen up, please, drivers. So 1 minute gone in the D final, leg number 2. Callum Treftwather leads them round from Craig Russell by 4 seconds at the sharp end. Michael Finchetti from 7th up to 3rd. Jeremy Bland running 4th. Finn Merriweather running 5th. Kashkan in 6th. So Craig Russell in 2nd at the minute. I think he won leg 1, so he wants to try and win this leg number 2. And the gap is 5 seconds between Callum and Craig at the sharp end. So Craig Russell got it all to do. Well, has a big accident end of the straight, but survives. Drivers for the C final, get ready. You're up next. So Callum still leads by 5.5 seconds at the sharp end over Craig Russell. Michael Finchetti still there in third. And Callum extends the lead to 6 seconds now. He's not backing it off. 2 minutes remaining. Craig Russell down the straight he goes. The gap maintains that time. Mistake from Michael, so Jeremy Bland now up to the 3 spot. Craig Russell, he's on a charge. He's taken half a second out of Callum's lead last time through. Only another 6 seconds to go, Craig. You can do it. So Callum down the straight, race leader. 1 minute 20 to go. Here comes Craig Russell. And they got back up to 6 seconds. So Callum pulls it back again. One minute to go, drivers. Bad luck there for Craig Russell. Drops him into the clutches of Jeremy Bland. Not too far behind him. Jeremy chasing after Craig. We're onto the straight. 45 seconds to go. 0.6 of a second the gap between them. The blue and white car being chased by the pink, white and green machine. There they come. 25 seconds to go. Keep it tidy. And it's the start of the final lap now for you guys. Second and third incoming end of the straight. Doink. So keep going till you're called. You're finishing as you hit the line. Literally, Craig. No idea I managed to keep going, but somehow he did. Craig Russell, you finished second in that leg. Jeremy Bland third. Callum Treadwater, you take the victory in leg number 2. So line up, please, for the C final. Coming up next. Johnny Skidmore, where are you, Johnny? Zach would like some wise words of advice, please. Don't crash, Zach. Oh, he's coming over as well, look. Yes. Now listen here, lad. That's the pet talk you needed. So, marshals out then, please. All spread around the track. Grid is ready. Good luck, drivers. C final, leg number 2. Here we go. So, C final leg 2 on track. Simon Farrer leading. Zach Edwards in the 2 spot. Adrian Smith running 3rd. So here come the leaders. And Simon's had a mistake, so Zach Edwards back to the point once again. The Johnny Skidmore pet talk is working its magic once again for Zach. Oh, it was. Oh, that made Johnny a bit nervous. Thought you'd gone flat already, Zach. Got another 4 minutes yet. Zach Edwards has promised us if he wins this one, he's going to give us the biggest smile ever. No idea why he stopped, but he's down to 3rd. Dodgy sensor wire. He wants to race him. Look at this. Oh, he's through again. Leader's made a mistake, so Zach Edwards. Johnny says, let's see if you're brave enough to stop by him again, Zach, this time. Here he comes, Johnny. Not this time. So Zach Edwards still leading them round. Adrian Smith 2nd. Zach leads by 4.5 seconds. Remember, Zach, Johnny won by 2 laps. He said, can you do the same? Zach Edwards, Adrian Smith, Neil Lewis now up to the 3 spot. Neil Lewis come out swinging in this one. He wants a bag of chocolate for being on the podium. Zach Edwards stretches his legs, 6 seconds clear at the sharp end. All the way around the track, please, Zach. I'll give you a 10-second penalty. Zach's car stopped again. Not sure if he's got an issue or he's got a nervous twitch. He's got the wind. I've had it translated, Johnny. He was waiting. Right. Oh, he nearly wasn't waiting then, was he? Nearly a clean up in aisle 3. Straight clear. Zach Edwards from Neil Lewis now. Neil Lewis, the man on the move. 5th up to 2nd. And you're 8 seconds behind him, Neil. Reese Trethwather, you are 10th up to 3rd now. So 15 seconds to go. Zach Edwards, 8 seconds clear. Oh, he's stuck in the middle. Oh, just giving Skidmore a few more nervous twitches there. And you're on the final lap now. Finish when you get call, drivers. Reese, you finish in 2nd. Cameron Charity 3rd. Neil Lewis 4th. Round of applause. Zach Edwards wins legs 1 and 2. Careful, Zach. Don't go break any cars. So B final next up. The cars lined up on the grid, please. Cheers, Zach. Okay, grid is ready. All marshals at the ready. Good luck, drivers. B final, leg 2. Here we go. So off we go for leg number 2. Phil Carrick not quite getting the verdict at the start, and he's right to the back of the field. Oh, Phil, he won leg 1. Got it all to do now in leg 2. Still 4 minutes 55 to go, so anything can happen. Got a fast car underneath in pole position, man. And he's already gained a couple of places, back up to 8th, I think it is. Meanwhile, at the sharp end, it's Colin May leading him round. From Sam Cahill, Bruce Thompson, Paul Griggs, Craig Lomax from 10th up to 5th now. And we'll keep an eye on him. Phil Carrick is still running in 8th position. So 1 and an 8 is not what he wants for the overall. He's got to try and move forward from there. So the leader's coming through the centre of the track now. Someone's had a mistake. Colin May leads around from Sam Cahill by 0.2 of a second at the sharp end. First and second coming towards the driver's stand now. Very little in it at the sharp end. And a gap back then to 3rd, 4th, 5th. And Phil Carrick back up to 6th position now. Told you got a fast car underneath him. So he's currently 6th, looking for a move up the inside on 5th. So Colin May just stretching his legs now at the sharp end. Sam Cahill's made a mistake. And it's Paul Griggs now to the 2 spot. Jordan Ather once again, car 9 all the way up to 3rd. Jordan did this in leg 1 and then threw it all away. He doesn't want to do it now in leg number 2. So Colin May goes through, start another lap. He's got a 4-second lead over Paul Griggs. Then Jordan Ather just 1 second behind Griggsy. Bruce Thompson now up to the 4 spot. Phil Carrick working his way back up now to 5th. So 6 points currently. Getting better and better for Phil Carrick. Here comes Colin May, your race leader. Halfway through the race, drivers. So Jordan Ather still there in 3rd. Bruce Thompson right with him in 4th. And then comes Phil Carrick, pole position man, running in 5th. Oh, what a move, Bruce Thompson. Round Jordan Ather. Bruce up to 3rd now. Jordan 4th. And Philip Carrick in 5th. It's a main battle we're watching. 3rd, 4th and 5th in the centre of the track now. Oh, Phil Carrick coming through there on Jordan Ather. Colin May still leads by 4 seconds. Paul Griggs 2nd. And the all-white machine of Bruce Thompson being chased by Philip Carrick now. In 4th, Jordan Ather 5. Sam Cahill 6. 1 minute 20 to go. Oh, Bruce just has a little bobble there. So Philip Carrick back up to the 3 spot now. And the pace of these guys, 3rd and 4th and 5th, are catching 2nd place. So 1 minute to go. Colin May, Paul Griggs, Phil Carrick, Bruce Thompson and Jordan Ather top 5. Colin May checked out in this one, but 2nd, 3rd and 4th not a huge amount between them. Pretty much the length of the straight covers all three cars. Bruce Thompson trying to come back at Phil Carrick. These two pushing themselves along nicely, chasing Paul Griggs. 35 seconds to go. Colin May leads by 2.5 seconds at the sharp end. Here comes second place, then third, fourth. 20 seconds to go. Philip Carrick is closing in on Paul Griggs. Couple more laps for these guys. Bruce Thompson not far behind. Going round to start the final lap now. Can Philip Carrick catch Paul Griggs ahead of him in the centre of the track? Comes second and third. Colin May, well done. You win the B final, leg number 2. Give him a round of applause. Paul Griggs second in that leg. Philip Carrick third. Bruce Thompson fourth. Sam Cahill is your top 5. So, main race of the day coming up. Two-wheel drive, A final, leg number 2. We know how fast and furious it was in leg number 1. Careful onto the straight. Cars are on the grid, drivers. All marshals out to your points, please. So this is a final two-wheel drive, leg number 2 coming up. Smile for the camera, please, guys. Mr. Ball is on cue. Thank you. Well, 4 referees around the track watching this one. Let's have a good race. Okay, good luck, drivers. Nice and quiet, please, spectators. Two-wheel drive, A final, leg 2. Here we go. So off and away we go. Two-wheel drive, A final, leg number 2. Here at the famous MB Models Raceway. Johnny Skidmore, it's a little wobble there. He's got Will Skidmore, his brother, right behind him. Pretty much as they were in leg number 1 earlier today. Regulation order at the front. Johnny Skidmore, Will Skidmore, Charlie Ware, Ben Simpson. Harley Eldridge, your top 5 breaking away once again. So saw a very tight race in leg 1. These guys putting on a show once again. Here and now, leg number 2 on track. Johnny Skidmore leads Will Skidmore by 0.4 of a second at the sharp end. Couple of tenths further back, he's Charlie Ware and Ben Simpson. Top 4 now, just pulling out a little bit on Harley Eldridge. So Skidmore brothers 1 and 2 as they finished up in leg number 1. There's no team orders, no family orders or anything. All hard, fair racing on track. Johnny wants to win, and so does Will. Just over a minute gone. Oh, Johnny Skidmore just getting a little bit out of shape. Will Skidmore got the headlights flashing. He's right behind him now. Charlie Ware, the all-white machine there in 3rd place. Then Ben Simpson, green and orange in 4th. Harley Eldridge, the all-yellow car in 5th. Oh, no, Johnny Skidmore's famous colour. Down the straight he goes. Oh, Will was looking. He thought about it. He gives him a little look touch there. They've got to be careful because look at this. Charlie Ware and Ben Simpson not being shaken off. It's a 5-car race at the front of this A final, leg number 2. And you're not even 2 minutes into this race yet. It's going to feel an eternity out there on the rostrum for these drivers. Johnny Skidmore, try and pull out a little bit of a gap now over Will Skidmore. Down the straight they go. Charlie Ware try and put the pressure on to Will ahead of him. And he's got to watch out because Ben Simpson and Harley Eldridge still right there behind them. Johnny Skidmore got the gap up to 0.8 of a second at the sharp end. He's decided he's dropping the hammer and he is going. Can they go with him? Johnny leads by 1 second at the sharp end now. Here comes Will, Charlie, Ben and Harley. 1 second, 1.2 covering second, third, fourth and fifth. Johnny Skidmore got the gap up to 1.3 seconds now. Ben Simpson through now on Charlie Ware. So can Ben Simpson do anything about the Skidmore brothers ahead of him? He was leading leg one until the closing stages. He's got a very fast car underneath him. Harley Eldridge giving chase to Charlie Ware. Back markers, be aware, leaders will be on you on the next lap. Here comes Johnny Skidmore coming through the traffic onto the straight. 3 minutes on the master clock, 2 remaining. Johnny's lead just 1 second over Will. Can Ben Simpson do anything about them? He's not making much impact at the minute. He's just starting to close in a little bit on the last lap. Yeah, he's taken 3/10 out of Will Skidmore ahead of him. So Ben Simpson still got a fast car underneath him. Johnny Skidmore got the gap up to 1.4 seconds now out front. Will Skidmore's had a mistake. Bends him to the 2 spot. Charlie Ware 3, Harley Eldridge 4. Will Skidmore down to 5th. Back markers, keep out of the way, please. Johnny Skidmore getting tangled with the back markers. Here comes Ben Simpson. Keep out of the way, please, back marker. Seth Chilito, keep out of the way, please, Seth. Let him have the race. 2 more coming through. Great driving. 1 more. Thank you. So, clear track ahead now for the leaders. 1 minute to go. Johnny Skidmore from Ben Simpson. Charlie Ware, Harley Eldridge. Johnny and Ben going at it in leg 1. It's roles reverse now. It's Ben Simpson chasing after Johnny Skidmore. Can he catch him? The gap was 7/10. It's down to 0.6 of a second. Ben Simpson takes just 1/10 out of Johnny's lead. 40 seconds on the master clock remaining. He's getting closer and closer. These guys know the track. They've been here plenty of times on Wednesday evenings. The gap's 0.4 of a second. Ben Simpson takes 2/10 out of Johnny. 25 seconds to go, so a couple more laps. Johnny Skidmore onto the straight. Ben Simpson on the straight. 0.5 second is still the gap. They've got to go this lap and 1 more lap to go. Johnny Skidmore did Ben Simpson with 3 corners to go in leg 1. Can Ben Simpson repay the favour to Johnny in this one? It's 0.4 of a second the gap. It's the final lap now. Now or never. Oh, Ben Simpson's over. Here comes Harley Eldridge. Johnny Skidmore, put your hands together, taking legs 1 and 2 and winning the 2-wheel drive portion of the event today. Harley Eldridge second in that leg, Ben Simpson third, Charlie Ware 4th and Will Skidmore your top 5. What a race. So we move into 4-wheel drive now. 2 races to go. Remember, stick around at the end. We've got chocolate for the top 3 in every final and a Schumacher sponsored raffle prize. 1 prize for every single final. So even if you had a bad final and didn't finish, you can win a raffle prize. The rules are you have to be here to claim your prize. If you've gone home, you might receive a text message from one of your mates. Now, what you could have won. So let's get the grid sorted out. Johnny. Zach says you get a 10-second penalty if you're not on your point. Who needs enemies, eh? Okay, Marshall's at the ready. Yep, some people's gone home in this one. Not sure what's happening at the back. He's starting at that angle. There we go. Don't want to be facing the pipe. Perfect. Okay, marshals ready. Good luck, drivers. B final 4-wheel drive. Here we go. So just the 7 cars. So we should have a nice clean start to the final. Almost. So Rob Eastham leads around from Adam Lee. James Gibbs is your top 3. So 1 minute gone. Rob Eastham, your leader from Adam Lee. James Gibbs running 3rd. Jim Sykes 4th. Sean Lawton 5. James Cousins 6. And Alfie Miller is your runners and riders in this one. All 7 cars. Going to need a couple of volunteer marshals for the next one. So any of you Superstar A finalists from the 2-wheel drive, can have a couple of marshals please to volunteer. People's gone home. It will be much appreciated. Halfway through, Rob Eastham still leading. Adam Late. Jim Sykes now up to 3rd. One and a half minutes to go. Rob Eastham still leading. Adam Lay still 2nd. Sean Lawton now up to 3rd. A final 4-wheel drive. Get ready. You're up next. So 1 minute to go. Rob Eastham still leading. Adam Lay still 2nd. Sean Lawton 3rd. Still got 7 cars running in this one. All 7 that started. Remember, stick around for the raffle. You've got to be here to claim your prize. Can't get someone else to pick it up for you. If you're not here, we redraw it. A random prize from every single final. Go on, Zach. Oh, where was you? Key racing to your core drivers. Adam Lee, you finish in second. Sean Lawton, you finish third. Rob Easton, well done. You win leg number 2 of the B final. You're marshalling again. Then we need a couple of marshals. Don't all disappear, please. So, final race of the day coming up. 4-wheel drive A final, leg number 2. Johnny Skidmore won this one last time by 2 laps. 3 this time. Let's start at the back of the grid. Mark Christopher and Lee Stokes and Phil Campbell said they're ready for you this time. If you're lapping on the first time, you're going in the wall. Okay, get all marshal points covered. Got any volunteers? I need someone on number 10. Zach, are you covering it for us? Is he there? He's hiding. He's marshalling. Is he having to sit down? Said his legs are tired. Okay, I think we've got enough marshals. You guys on the rostrum happy with that? Yeah. Okay, good luck everyone. Final race of the day. Make it a good one. 4-wheel drive A final, leg number 2. Here we go. Come on, guys. Who's going to stop Skidmore? One of you got to. He's getting away. Whipping it as well. So Johnny Skidmore, after 2 laps, is 3 seconds clear. Chris Foster's going after him. So Johnny Skidmore leads. Chris Foster, Lee Stokes, Phil Campbell. 1 minute gone. Marshall in the middle. Oh, Skidmore's off. Mark Christopher says you are not coming through there. He had a glitch apparently. Chris Foster into the lead. Look at Johnny Skidmore. Drag race coming up. Skidmore biding his time. Chris Foster making that car as wide as he can. Onto the straight they go. Up the inside. Oh, what a move. Johnny Skidmore up the inside. Chris Foster, has he got anything to come back with him? Here he comes. Go on, Chris. We're not watching. If a wishbone comes off, we're not watching it. Johnny says, I'm checking out now. Oh, and it's old mate Mark Christopher there. That was a bit too easy, Mark. Wait for him next time. So approaching half race distance, Johnny Skidmore says, I'm not playing anymore. And he's checking out. 2 seconds clear now. $12.9 for Johnny. Absolutely on it. Back markers rolling out of the way. Nice clear track for Johnny. Chris Foster still second. Lee Stokes third. Tom Russell fourth. Alan Cuthbertson running fifth. Phil Campbell, Mark Christopher, Steve Kirk and Paul Wadman, your 4 running order. 2 minutes to go. Another 12.9 for Johnny Skidmore. Oh, Johnny's got stuck behind. Was he a back marker? But he had a huge lead. So Chris Foster still going to be second. Johnny Skidmore still leads by 4 seconds at the sharp end. 1.5 minutes to go. Still only seen a 12.9, Johnny. Is there a 12.7 in it? Clear track ahead now. Let's see what pace Skidmore's got in this car. Nice landing there. Oh, this is looking fast. Is it a 12.8? 13.3. 1 minute to go. Johnny Skidmore 5 seconds clear from Chris Foster. Everybody else has been lapped in this final. 12.96 Johnny, good effort. 45 seconds to go. Back markers, be aware, leaders coming through. Well done, Zach. 12.89 Johnny. Still not a 12.7. Careful onto the straight. Clear. 20 seconds to go. This will be the start of your final lap, Johnny. Might just get one more. Let's make it a 12.7. Beat the 2-wheel drive time. 3, 2. Will he get through? 12.82. Almost. So, round of applause, Johnny Skidmore. Dominating proceedings and taking victory. 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. He's even shedding a tear. Full concentration mode. So that's a wrap. Thank you, everybody. We will do some number crunching, work out the overall from the results, and we'll be back with you with a raffle and the presentation in the next 5 minutes.